and take a look at the importance of digital advice. Cameron O'Sullivan is joining us from Dash Technology Group. Cameron, welcome.
Thank you. Wonderful to be here.
Digital advice, what form does that take? What does it actually mean?
So digital advice is essentially taking the financial advice process we have today and making it faster and more affordable for Australians, either directly or via financial planners. Advice has historically been too expensive. We've got advisors leaving the market or have left the market, and it's leaving a lot of Australians unable to get financial advice.
You know I'm going to ask the AI question, aren't you?
I hope you do.
Well, is this what it amounts to now?
So yes and no. AI is a wonderful place, and actually within Dash, my role has expanded to include our AI initiatives, both externally and internally within the business. So AI offers a lot of ability to change the way a member or a customer might interact with your advice solution. So as an interaction tool, it's very, very good. But the algorithms and the models to calculate advice require a level of precision and consistency that don't, at this stage, lend themselves to being replaced with AI. So you can't replace the couple of years of engine that we have built with AI, but you can absolutely make it easier for a customer to interact with it.
It's only a matter of time though, because I mean, we often say that it's only as good as the data you put in.
Yep.
But it's developing and evolving so rapidly. Is there a point perhaps where customers will be interacting directly with agentic AI?
So I think customers will certainly be interacting with some form of AI layer to complement and assist in the generation of advice. Not everyone will want to go all the way through to the end of the process without speaking to a human. There are certainly people who the data kind of shows that the reason robo-advice failed largely was because it tried to do everything directly. And a lot of people at some point wanted to speak to a human, or perhaps an answer they give during the journey means they really need to speak to a human because their scenario might be slightly more complex than the digital tool wanted to deal with. So it's certainly important to be able to have a solution that can do direct and at various points transition comfortably to a human to assist them in completing the process.
Yeah, certainly Robotech was a brutal lesson learnt by all. So, Cameron, what sort of advice can be generated by, or digitally, if you like?
Yeah, and obviously this will change over time. As you said, as things get better, these might change. But right now, the main areas that people would generally use a AI tool or just digital advice for will be areas around accumulation, so helping someone figure out long-term what their retirement might look like, retirement advice, they're coming up to retirement and helping them set that up, or insurance advice or investment choice are probably the kind of 4 topics that most groups are looking to create digital advice journeys for. Things more complex than that are likely to remain the domain of a financial planner, at least for the short term.
But once again, does this come down to the quality of data you have, and the more you have, the better the advice?
Yes, but certain things, like some scenarios, there's just a mathematically correct answer. Financial planning doesn't quite work that way. It might make more sense for me to put your money into super, but there's a trade-off where you lose access to capital. And to some extent, often only by talking to a person can you understand the times where it might be better for them to do the option that is the second best mathematical option because it gives them flexibility that in their life is going to be important. So it's not a topic that is simple as build a calculator and you have a right answer. And hence there'll always be a role to play for human advisors in helping people through these complex moments in their life.
I mean, it's often said you need to take the emotion out of investing, but you say perhaps this is where you need to put it in because people have different ideals, different life scenarios and so on.
Yes, and sometimes flexibility comes at a cost of a slightly lower return. And it's only by understanding your customer or your client's needs can you help them understand that trade-off.
And what's the response been from customers?
So really, really good. Obviously, it depends on the experience. The guys who did robo-advice early, not so much. But a right digital solution is very iterative. So you release it, you let your customer start using it, and you use the data to tell you that you need to change and improve things. So we've got customers who in the space of the first 18 months have re-engineered their interface twice based off the data that's come in very easily and efficiently. And then you start getting much higher success rates because you just learn from what happens when the customers start using the tools.
Are you doing yourself out of a job?
I think there will always be a need to iterate and improve. And look, to be honest, trying to guess which jobs will still exist in 20 years with AI is a pretty difficult task, right? So for now, you take one step after the other. And at the moment, there's certainly a need to improve how many people can get financial advice. And digital is the way to do that.